Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Exciting developments to do with wealth, prosperity, expansion, growth in the part of your sky that represents your home, your property, your land, where you live, your domicile. But at the same time, as the month progresses, we also get into some gnarly tension in the sky with a significant other in your life. It may be a female, it may be your partner in marriage or cohabitation. And we're going to navigate the sky with timely advice to help you get through that with more ease and grace. So, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you have been here many times before. Just to remind you, my name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole sign house system. This is the kind of astrology that is predictive and hopefully gives you useful, accurate, best timing advice. If you want to learn how to time your own life and be your own astrologer, I am teaching my Sky Reader class the 5th time now. It's every year, and it's coming up in September. And if you want to get into the early bird discounts for this live class with coaching calls, Q&A, private Facebook group, and you want the early bird discount codes to get in at a discount, please. I said that word discount 3 times. I'm jet lagged. Check the description box below. If you click, the description box is under the title of the video. Usually there's a button that says more. You click it, then you scroll down, and you can see everything that's going on. Okay. And the link to the wait list for the Sky Reader course is down below. All right, guys, I know I'm normally much more fluid with my words, but I am on time lag, jet lag, and I've had 5 hours sleep. So just bear with me. I've given you that. Please be kind in the comments, heads up. Number 1, let's talk about the big thing I'm talking about. Seen in 19, you were Jupiter ruled. Jupiter's your guy. He's important to you. Where he goes, you must pay attention. He's been in since May, your 4th house, and that's giving you some luck, opportunity, growth, and expansion regarding property, land, and real estate, home, bigger home, joy in the home, love in the home, sometimes inheritances money from your family of origin coming through. And he's still going to be in this part of your sky until June of 2025. It's a long story. Earlier Pisces risings, maybe in the first 5 degrees to 10 degrees, are feeling it now, and later on next year, the second half of Pisces. But it's just a good, feel-good transit that happens every 12 years. But this year, in a way we haven't seen since 1989, Mars will come into the sign of Gemini on July the 20th, stay until September the 4th, but bump into Jupiter here. Now, normally when Mars is in the 4th house, we can cut ties from our home and end and sever, like move from home, change our home, cut away from our home, maybe construction in the home. That happens too, And that's something you might be having happen during this transit of July 20th to September 4th. But when Jupiter gets involved in the middle of the month of August, then Mars and Jupiter are expanding everything into larger than life energies, into big energies, into prosperous energy. But it's not just about the 15th or 14th of August, which is when it happens. They come together at 16 degrees of Gemini. It's about the next 2 years until July of 2026, where you're going to find extensive prosperity, growth, expansion, construction, maybe, or moving in a prosperous way from your home. And even if you just moved, I'm sorry to say, you could move again, but it will benefit you and be blessed and prosperous if that was to occur in the next 2 years. I'll do a deep dive webinar plus a deep dive YouTube video for all signs in August on this very rare, not seen since 1989 event. Jupiter and Mars together here is important because it's angular to you Pisces people. Your sun is your career and purpose. Your moon is your body and home matters. And your Pisces rising sign is everything about your reality as you play yourself in the game or the matrix of life. Because Mars is the god of anger, aggression, conflict in the house of the home and private life, Jupiter can blow up the aggression. And Gemini is communication. And you might watch out in the middle of the month of August for a massive blowout with somebody in your life that is important to you. Most likely your marriage partner, because we'll talk about lately what's going on in your 7th house of marriage, but also it could be some other significant person in your life, including maybe a female or a female sibling. And that blowout energy, middle of August, is very intense for arguments, especially if it involves legacy wealth, property, or land. Now, Venus will move through the sign of your significant long-term love relationships on August the 5th through to the 29th. She's coming from her stay in your 6th house of health and sickness and work, work and debts. And she's been helping you maybe pay off debts, like your work, avoid being sick. And now or date someone new. And now Pisces, she's moving into your 7th house, and she'll be there for those 3 weeks. And that's most of August, the 5th to the 29th. And this is a time in which your significant other may have a glow up in which they are doing well. They are prosperous, lucky. They are satisfied with reality. They're having a nice time, basically. That is true, except when Venus later in the month gets tangled in a T-square. And that we're going to do that when I break down the chronology of the month. You can benefit from women, and you can benefit with Venus traveling through your 7th house by sharing something with the world that you want it to be appreciated and well accepted. So it's a good time to promote, market, merchandise, sell something, especially with Mercury hanging out with her during August. And I'll give you more details on the timing, but that's all said and done. It's a good idea for you to do those things in August. Then we look at Mercury's complicated retrograde motion during the month of August. He starts off the month already in Virgo, and that is your 7th house of significant long-term love relationships, clients, audience, marketplace, and business partnerships. He's already there, and then he's going to retrograde, and he's going to turn retrograde on August the 5th. And he'll be retrograding from the 5th of August until the 29th, but over different signs. So pay attention. Take a note. Mercury will retrograde out of your 7th house, starting on August the 5th. He's going backwards through to August 15th. So from August 5th to the 15th, he's still in your 7th house, traveling backwards. Former lovers, romantic partners, husbands and wives, legal contracts from the past, clients and audience members from your past, emerging through emails, phone calls, and texts into the present. Very simple. Or revising legal contracts and agreements for yourself at that time. But then when August 15th occurs and Mercury moves backwards into the Leo part of your chart through to August the 29th. From August the 5th to the 29th, things to do with job and work opportunities, colleagues and people you've worked for, employers, employees, and all of that from the past returning into your present awareness. Or health challenges that you thought you conquered coming back to haunt you during his retrograde, August the 15th to the 29th through the house of sickness. And with the sun shining here, August 15th to the 22nd, there's a spotlight on work and health matters. And retrograde Mercury says from the past, basically, August 15th to the 21st, especially with the sun there. I mean, Mercury retrograde here could be pets from the past coming back to you, however that looks. Rental agreements and contracts from the past returning to you as well, like landlord, leasing, tenancy agreements from the past, and those people involved returning from the past, August 15th to the 29th. And on the 29th, Mercury stations direct in the sign of Leo and begins to head back to your 7th house. We'll be doing a Mercury retrograde video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you always catch what's happening in the sky and you can time your best life. Yeah. So we covered Mercury, covered Venus, we covered Mars, and we covered Jupiter. Only thing left to mention is Saturn. He entered last March into the house of you. He leaves in February of 2026. There's a dip out in 25, but no worries. You are serious, sober-minded, realistic, responsible, dutiful, sage-like, and wise. And your body can have intermittent health challenges with this Saturn. You'll feel older than you are. You'll feel old and wrinkly and tired and like an old person, or have some older challenges with your body that maybe even are aligned with age, right? Aging, health-related challenges, maybe. During Saturn's transit through here for 3 years, last March to February of 26. But I bring this up because Saturn's getting entangled in a big event in the middle of August. So we want to know that you have Saturn as your ally. You and Saturn are working together. You are trying to embody Saturn and become that sage-like, wise person, man or woman, and also realistic and sober-minded. Now, let's break the sky down. We have 2 moons, a new moon in Leo and a full moon in Aquarius. We'll cover that. And we're going to talk about the chronology of all the transits this month, giving you some of my impressions and suggestions. So get ready, maybe take notes in our next of our 15 minutes together here. We start off the month with a Venus square Uranus. It can bring an unexpected development. It may be a bit of a surprise regarding finances or relationship matters. August the 2nd, this Venus square Uranus is connected to matters to do with travel and siblings, local environment, neighbors and neighborhood. And that's stories to do with the 3rd house. And then your third house can be your social media platforms as well. And then there is a square to Venus in the sixth house, which is a work house. Unexpected travel opportunities that get in the way of work, unexpected work opportunities that require travel, unexpected travel developments with a sibling, and unexpected developments with health connected to neighbors and local environment. Unexpected. It's just unexpected. So I'm trying to give you mash up third and sixth house matters. But in general, it's a short-lived energy. It lasts a day or two and then it's gone. And then we move to the new moon at 12 degrees of Leo on August the 4th. 12 degrees of Leo is Leo. It's a new beginning, a fresh start to do with health or to do with work and daily routines around work and colleagues and coworkers and employee-employer relationships, jobs, new beginnings, fresh starts. You may get a new job here. And this new beginning, new moon energy is really close to as well. Well, not close to physically, but by aspect, close to the energy. It's 19 degrees, the full moon, new moon on August the 4th. It's close to that Jupiter conjunction to Mars, and it ends up looking positive. It can be a very positive work or health opportunity connected to things going on in and close to home or in or from your home. And it's not just the 2 weeks that follow the moon, but over the course of the 6 months that follow, these things may be true. I like that the moon is also in concert with Chiron North Node energy in the second house, perhaps opening up doors of financial opportunity in and from your close to your home and to do with work matters. New moons in the sixth house can help you reset your dietary style for better health, especially with North Node Chiron in your second house. And this new moon may invite you to better health through a new dietary habit style or way of eating that's going to be very important to you over the next 6 months from the August 4th new beginning. August 8th, we see Mercury and Venus co-joining in the sign of Virgo. Because Mercury is going backwards and Venus is going forward, they're coming toward each other like a reconciliation or a meeting here in the house of your audience, marketplace, clients, business partners, and significant other. Possibly there's going to be a very important conversation going on within a context of a long-term committed love story that you have to really lean in and make some really concerted effort to make wise decisions, Saturn, about what that conversation could be about on the 8th of August. Or there's some good news happening for your partner in your life, whoever that is, in love or marriage and business. And they have some good news to share with you around August the 8th. On August the 13th to the 15th or 16th, we see Mars and Jupiter conjunct, not seen since 1989, in your fourth house of homeland, property, real estate, domestic life, inheritances in legacy wealth matters, you know. So in this regard, there's a possibility that you can go back to 1989 and remember, did you inherit money? Did you buy a big house? Did you change your homes? Did you move from your home? What was going on as a Pisces in 1989 that you could kind of connect the dots? And, you know, the energy is beautiful and optimistic and aggressively exuberant. It's very bold, maybe overconfident about things you're trying to do in and from your home or they're happening in your home. And then we do see this connected to Juno as well, who's in your house of mortgages and finances and banks. And so maybe an aggressive desire to change homes, buy homes, sell homes, refinance mortgages, etc. And you feel very juicy, optimistic, and excited until also what happens. Saturn, the sober-minded realist that you are, gets into the mix on the 15th, 16th, and 17th through to the 24th of August. During this time, Saturn squares Mars, Saturn squares Jupiter, and all this exuberance has to have the eyeballs of your sage-like wisdom and realism directed straight at that fourth house. But to complicate it energetically, then Venus gets into the mix too. Venus is going to, around the 18th and 19th, be in a square to Jupiter in opposition to Saturn. In a nutshell, from your house of significant others, this is where you could have a very significant, difficult conversation, blowout, or confrontation with your significant long-term committed love partner or business partner around things that are happening in and from your home, but also that you are weighing in on with a very responsible attitude, Saturn. And you feel that energy dynamic kind of taking the over realist, over optimistic, sees the day, Jupiter energy, Mars energy, and giving it a bit of a whiff of realism. Because maybe you're happy and excited, but your partner's got some other agenda, or legal matters aren't going the way you expect. And you have to get really real with what's going on here. Venus then also will square Mars, right? She's squaring Jupiter's opposite Saturn, but then we get to August 21st and 24th, and she ends up in a tangle with Mars. Now, if you're a single one, I always say this, could have a hot love affair, cosmic lovers in a hot tango. This is very sexy, but that would be a lot of hot sex in and from your home with your significant other. Or if you're single, meeting someone close to home and having some hot sex. Doesn't mean it'll last, but you could get sexy, sexy, sexy August the 21st to 24th. Otherwise, Mars wants to cut and Venus wants to unite. So your partner in life, business or love, wants to to unite, and Mars wants to cut away. And what do you want to do? Do you want to stay or go? What is happening between you and somebody else? It doesn't have to be a long-term love partnership either. It could be a significant female friend that Venus represents. In your chart, she's the ruler of the house, a sibling blowout. There's energy of intensity, conflict and confrontation with those other people around August the 21st to the 24th. Venus is in detriment, and you've got Saturn in your court. You've got more power in this disagreement if it comes to happen than the other person. The time frame here, August 21st to the 24th, also has Mercury sextiling Mars. And Mercury is in that significant other house, and he's having a power. Mercury has retrograded into your house of health and work, and he flows to Mars in the home. So you may be making some changes of your home connected to work, or changes in your health connected to changes in your home in a powerful, easy way, August 21st to 24th, even just creating a home office environment, for example, with ease and flow. I want to go back a little bit to the 19th of the month, because that I forgot to mention, we have the Aquarius full moon then. So August the 19th, big full light, big moon in Aquarius. This is going to be a little bit of an intense one, because what's happening is that you're having a full light in the 12th house of things that are hard to see. Dreams at night, spiritual attainment, meditations, your own self-undoing self-addictions, shining a light. Oh my God, that's how I sabotage myself. Oh my God, that's where my family of origin, Pluto, trine Jupiter, Mars, stories from my childhood are holding me back and holding me up. This is where I took stupid childhood stories and vows of ancestral line stories and past life shit, and I basically fucked my life up. So you're looking at that squarely with a full moon on August the 19th and the 2 weeks that follow, and maybe the 6 months that follow. Honestly, with that full moon in the 6 months that follow, trining Mars in the 4th house, some of you may make a major relocation, a major move to a country other than the one you're in the 6 months that follow. The moon itself is full and squaring Uranus and Algol at 27 degrees of Taurus, a very challenging, but also sometimes wealth star. You may have a definite blowout with a sibling, aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, or nephew with that Uranus Algol story. But there's also something going on with this full moon that requires travel or education, but probably travel. And so an unexpected desire, reason, or need for a journey or a trip may emerge for you, Pisces, sometime around August the 19th. Add a couple of weeks. But even more so, even in the 6 months that follow, kind of baking in an unexpected, shocking, sudden need or reason for travel. May be connected to aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, and siblings. If you make money online, social media, digital income, borderless revenue, this could be a shocking development regarding those types of monies that you acquire. Full moon shining light on the way it's going and on surprises as well. Maybe not all negative. Uranus on Algol, a well star in the house of social media and writing and blogs and stuff could blow you up. And all the new moon is doing is saying revenue digitally from foreign countries and borderless international clients, etc. Finally, I do want to say I totally like this one, Venus trining Uranus, which is luck, opportunity, surprise, growth and expansion, and I like it. So what we have here is Venus in the house of your significant others in the earthy sign of Virgo, trining Uranus, a sudden in your travel house, a sudden opportunity with a sibling that's very exciting and prosperous, or a cousin, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, sudden educational skills-based learning opportunity or travel opportunity, a sudden travel opportunity with a significant other or a sibling. In your case, Venus rules house of siblings, and she's in the house, 7th house. Surprise. And you're really liking that. August the 26th to 27th, surprise. If you produce online social media content, something could go viral for you August 26th to 27th with the 7th house audience, marketplace, and clients. August the 29th, Venus will oppose Neptune. And this is complicated in one regard. Neptune's retrograde. So he's trying to roll back the illusion and the fog so you can see something clearly and understand what's useful. And Saturn says, and useful and practical and wise. And this is happening in the house of you. But then Venus is across the way on the 29th of August, give or take a day before and after. And there's opposition from somebody else. You're trying to get realistic, make your dreams come true, and be, a realist here. Get rid of addiction, self-undoing, and self-sabotage. Neptune's rolling backwards. You're trying to be clear-headed, clear-minded, and understand what you need to do from a responsible Saturnian perspective. And someone's opposing you. A person, Venus in the 7th house. It could be your partner in love and marriage. Or it could be some significant female in your life, giving you some grief here around the 29th of October. You would want to be careful for females approaching you on the last day of the month or so, August 29th, 30th, with promises that may not be true. Don't believe everything a female tells you who's significant to your life, because anytime Neptune's there, even when he's retrograde, involving Venus, Neptune, is delusional stories with love and money that can potentially look like an offer that's too good to be true, especially if it involves property and real estate or agents that broker deals. Really look more deeply into what's being offered the last week of August and inspect it closely. Thanks for listening. I think I blew through you guys pretty quickly. I hope I didn't go too fast. Thank you for listening. We are going to check in here and let me say a few things. I have my Sky Reader class I think I told you about. Come join me in October, and also look at my All Signs bundle for $33. Summer sale is on now, and it'll end in September. Also, you can get my significantly discounted $14 90-minute videos for your sign to listen to your sign, whether it's your Aries, your rising sun or moon. Predictions, astrology videos for you that are 90 minutes long for 2024. Those are now more than half price because we're halfway through the year. And so they're still useful because we still have, 6 months ahead of us. You might want to grab those videos as well. All righty. Thanks for listening. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't normally do like 9 videos in a day in a row, but I've been traveling and then there was an internet outage and I'm jet lagged. So normally I try to get these videos done very slowly. So appreciate your patience with me, and I appreciate you guys being in a part of my world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All those silly little things do help this channel thrive. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful August.